A lot of people like to use the fact that they have ADHD to justify destructive, degenerate behaviour. Some people also use it as an excuse to procrastinate or not to do difficult things by saying, "It's not my fault, I find it hard to concentrate," and things like that. But the reality is, you haven't been cursed with some disability. No. What you've been given is a gift, allowing you to thrive in survival situations and one you can use to surpass all others around you. Today I'm going to highlight some of the crazy upsides, I guess you could say, to this disability and hopefully change your perspective on this topic. One of these strengths is hyperfocus, which is when you enter a state of hyperfocus, individuals can enter a state of intense concentration where they become completely absorbed in the task at hand. They can work incredibly effectively and get much more done than the average person could in the same amount of time. This ability can be particularly effective in situations where quick decision making is crucial. In addition to hyperfocus, people with ADHD often have an abundance of energy that can be channeled into physical activity. This means that they often excel in sports, fitness, and other physical activities. This energy can also help them to stay alert and focused in situations that otherwise might be mentally exhausting. Another key advantage of having ADHD is the ability to think outside of the box. People with ADHD tend to have a unique view on the outside world, which can help them to see things from unique perspectives, and they're often able to come up with creative and solutions that the normal people might not have thought of, which can be incredibly valuable in many different fields. Think back to when humans used to be in tribes, and civilization as we know it hadn't yet developed. Just these three things I've highlighted in today's video would have been crucial to your survival. For example, if you were hunting something with all the men from your tribe, you would need to be so focused on its every movement to make sure you hadn't been spotted. And then of course you'd need the energy and stamina to run at top speed until you caught and killed it, to bring it back to the women and children of your tribe. So if these traits have been ingrained in us for thousands of years, literally, we were in tribes for 12,000 years. So why are doctors prescribing little children with pills to suppress this nature? They're also extremely harmful to their health. Like, they make children suffer. They can make them just brain dead, essentially. I'll tell you exactly why. It's because they want us to be normal and to conform to societal norms, to be a quiet little child and to grow up to be a nice little office worker. And I know it sounds really red pill, but it's true. They do want us to be weak slaves with no individuality or any sense of character or pride. I don't mean to say it I mean that this is a trait that people in tribes had. And it's been slowly, as we've not needed to survive in the hunter-gatherer sense anymore, like as we've got farming, and well, I guess we had farming back then, but as we've, we don't need to hunt anymore, we've lost these traits. Whereas people back then, if you didn't have these traits, you would have been the minority, whereas people who have them now are the minority. So, yeah, I guess that's what I really wanted to say on that. Just remember, ADHD is not a disability, but a unique set of traits that can be incredibly valuable in the right context. By reframing our perspective on ADHD, we can start to see it as a strength rather than a weakness. Have a good day and a great week.